Omaha isn't North Omaha, South Omaha, West Omaha, Midtown Omaha. It's one city. Some kids, unfortunately, they've seen the negative side of policing where we have to, put parents in jail. Some kids are really receptive to us. They love us. They always stop us and ask for stickers. And then you get the kids who are kind of nervous and just kind of, let them warm up to you a little bit. Hey, how you doing? And then even getting out of the car, introducing ourselves. If they're playing, like I've played basketball with kids in the street before, playing basketball with them and letting them see that we're humans also. We're just another person that could be their friend that they usually come up to us. Some of my kids, for some reason, they didn't know I was a cop until like the first game when I showed up in my uniform. But but yeah, they come around. They think it's cool. We have a lot of fun when we're playing our games and when we're doing our practices. I try to incorporate fun activities as well as learning the fundamentals of baseball to just have fun with them. Working as a team and getting on the field, doing everything together, that builds a sense of purpose that a lot of gang members don't have. And it builds that background support system that they need to continue on doing good things in the community rather than the negative things. Community members that are involved in the Boys and Girls Club and the YMCA, coaches, teachers, I think they actually make a bigger influence than anything that I can make as a cop. A lot of it is changing the mind of these kids that what they see as cool is not really cool. Drugs and guns and, fast, crazy, being, doing whatever isn't as cool as being responsible, isn't as cool as going to school and getting good grades, making something out of yourself, living off your own hard work instead of living off of somebody else's work. If we can change their minds about that and we can show them that all that stuff is really cool, that's the way to live, then I think we can all together make a difference and show these kids, be the positive change. Just getting everybody involved, getting the kids involved in something that they could be proud of at an early age and showing them that they can, even when they're not winning, but even when that they can be part of something good. And then instilling in them that at a young age, and as they grow older, they'll be like, hey, I was on a baseball team, and this is the skills I learned, and in their schools, hopefully they'll carry it on through school, where they can keep studying and keep being a good person and keep those positive things coming into their lives. Hopefully, as they grow older, and as we continue to get these kids through the program, hopefully it'll just make a huge impact on the whole community as a whole and make a positive change that we need to see for the community in Omaha. Because if we can teach these young kids that just by playing baseball, they can learn that there's positive things in life to look forward to, then they won't be out there robbing and stealing. This is something that will start that change that everyone's looking for. If we can change that one guy to think, hey, I'm worth something. I can get a job and I can make my own living. And if we can do that to just one guy, that's good. But if we can change teams of all these kids on these teams, if we can change all their minds that way, then how many people are we going to save from being victims of violent crime, being victims of homicides? If they all start liking each other because they're on a team and they realize that people on the other team, although they're the opponents, they're cool kids too who play baseball, and now we don't have that sense of, well, I'm a blood and he's a crib, so let's shoot each other. If they have that sense of love for the other person, then we stop homicides, because now he's not shooting, this kid isn't shooting that kid, because they have more self-worth and they know that they're worth something. I'm just a piece of the puzzle that can help them. I see kids in the neighborhoods playing out in the streets, and I tell them, hey, how old are you? Hey, you're 9. Hey, cool, you can join our baseball team. A lot of it is changing the mind of these kids that what they see is cool isn't as cool as being responsible, isn't as cool as going to school and getting good grades, making something out of yourself, working as a team, and getting on the field, doing everything together that builds a sense of purpose that a lot of gang members don't have. When I see kids in the neighborhoods playing out in the streets, and I tell them, hey, how old are you? Hey, you're 9. Hey, cool, you can join our baseball team. A lot of it is changing the mind of these kids that what they see is cool isn't as cool as being responsible, isn't as cool as going to school and getting good grades, making something out of yourself, working as a team, and getting on the field, doing everything together that builds a sense of purpose that a lot of gang members don't have.
Can you start some cruisers in the area of 30th and Martin Ave? A couple of our ID units may have been just involved in shots fired.
Just after 1 o'clock, a call referred to as shots fired. Not uncommon, but not to be taken lightly.
Shots fired, shots fired.
The shooting is happening now. Police are there. For a minute, then things start to quiet down. There's little said over police scanners.
Helping Officer 30th and Martin Avenue. Helping Officer 30th and Martin Avenue. Helping Officer 30th and Martin Avenue. Officer down.
Officer down. The mood is quickly changing. Later reports would indicate the shots were still going. People actually ducking behind cars. For officers, it's all happening so fast.
We do not have eyes on the suspect. Understood, no eyes on the suspect. Car south of Martin Avenue.
The suspect at large, and officers are now worried about Detective Kerrie Orozco. She's shot, wounded. She needs help now.
There's a squad here now. 3057 Martin Ave.
The immediate need is never more apparent. You can hear the terror, the shift in tone in that officer's voice. It's at this time we know officers are already trying to give CPR to Orozco.
We need another squad. Suspect is also down.
Marcus Wheeler also down. Medics are on scene. They're doing whatever they can. Officers now rushing in from every direction of the city. Medics are just trying to keep everyone, both detective and suspect, alive.
Suspect and an officer are en route to Creighton. We will need people at Creighton for control.
As we have been reporting, tragic
On behalf of the Orozco and Holtz families, it's an honor to be asked to speak. For all those in the church and those who are watching on the live broadcast, the Archbishop, Governors Ricketts and Branstad, Mayor Stothert, U.S. Senator Sass, Attorney General Peterson is here, Congressman Ashford, our City Council, and all the dignitaries, but especially my first responders, police and fire, colleagues who are here today. They came from California to Chicago, all across the nation to come to this funeral. I speak to everybody with the standpoint of great respect. Through all of our pain and emotions, and there has been a ton this last few days, we are truly blessed for the opportunity to catch a glimpse of Kerrie's life and to see how she truly lived. It's been a pleasure. Minus the tragic circumstances, I'm proud the entire nation got to know Kerrie. I saw the CNN segment. I woke up to Good Morning America, saw Kerrie on TV. Our local media has been phenomenal. A friend of mine tells me a story. He's in an airport in another state. Everybody stopped, watched the TV when they saw the story of Kerrie come on. And at the very end, she just resonates with everybody. What a great person. The greatest aspect of knowing Kerrie is she got people to look past the fact that she was a police officer. She had a way of connecting and getting you to see past the uniform and to see her just as a person. She readily accepted the role of being a police officer, a role model, and believed in giving back to the community. Her life's impact, of course, started with her inner family, her inner circle, family of friends. She radiated that outward to her coworkers and then takes it a step further onto the community. Now through all the exposure, she has shared herself with all of us, and it's been a treasure. The Boys and Girls Club baseball team that she coached is here. If I can have the team stand for 1 second. Kerrie had an opportunity to make a difference in their lives. It's my feeling that those young men will view police officers differently as they grow up. They're going to view us in a very positive light, because Kerrie knew that in order to break down barriers, she needed to be seen as a real person and not just an Omaha police officer. To the team, she became Coach K, who just happens to be an Omaha police officer. Officer Orozco viewed herself as a guardian, as a friend of the community. She wanted to protect and be there for the city in times of need. Ironically, in Kerrie's greatest times of need, the Omaha Police Department's greatest time of need, it was the city of Omaha that returned the favor and was there for us. I want to thank the city for that. Now that the community, Omaha, and really the nation has gotten a glimpse of Kerrie's life and has gotten to know her, I see her legacy as that of breaking down barriers. And how do we move that on? Well, for one, for those who have never met a police officer, you now know one. Officer Kerrie Orozco, and I cannot think of a better representation of our profession than Officer Orozco. Two, if you have a hard time resonating with the police, think of Kerrie, because she resonates with everyone. For her legacy, the next time you see an Omaha police officer, maybe they're eating dinner, maybe they're in your rear view mirror. So after you check your speedometer, I want you to look back, and I want you to look past the cruiser, look past this uniform, look past the badge, and see Kerrie. See a little bit of Kerrie in that officer, because there's a little bit of Kerrie in all of us. There are a lot of police officers that do a lot of good, that give back to the community in so many ways. Kerrie has displayed that for everybody to see. I would like the relationship the community has with Kerrie to expand to the entire police profession. And let's make that her legacy. I'll close by saying when I first met her, I called her Recruit Holtz. I was a training academy commander, and she came in under my academy. Later on, it became Officer Holtz. Then it became Officer Orozco. And then later on after that, it became just my friend Kerrie. So now to all of us, we got to know her as Kerrie. So I close by saying, thank you, Kerrie, for allowing the Omaha Police Department and the community to be a part of your life. We will now return the favor and watch over your family, especially your newborn, Olivia Ruth. Thank you.